All right. Hello, everyone. So we are GYP Indonesia. And before we start, I'd like to talk a little bit about GYP. So Global Youth Parliament is a registered global youth organization influencing youth in leadership, diplomacy, entrepreneurship since 2010. GYP is headquartered in Nepal and currently led by GYP President Mr. Dewakar Aryal. GYP has networks in more than 100 countries, Indonesia being one of them. GYP Indonesia is powered by Superkey Consulting Group with Ms. Reni Fitriani as the country coordinator or the Indonesia president. Now, Global Youth Inspires aims to inspire the young generation to know more about global issues, views, and thoughts. My name is Sophia, a singer-songwriter, and today I will be your moderator for this part 2 of Global Youth Inspires. But before we start, I will introduce to you guys our guest speaker for today. Ambassador Asif Ayoob is currently pursuing his final year of his Master's of Business Administration in Global Management from the University of Wisconsin-Parkside, USA. As part of the articulation program, he completed his first year at Chitkara Business School of Chitkara University in Punjab, India, from 2020 to 2021. He is a civil engineering graduate from TKM College of Engineering in Kollam, Kerala, India. Ambassador Asif was honored with the Kerala State Award for Social Work in 2019 by the Government of Kerala, India. He had undertaken the design and construction of sustainable houses for the homeless, which was presented at the United Nations headquarters, New York, in 2018 and was appreciated by the UN Chief of Global Communications. His efforts in tackling the COVID-19 pandemic were featured in the UN blog managed by the UN Secretary General's Envoy on Youth. His article on reusing plastic with concepts of circular economy got published in the 2021 April edition of the UN Chronicle, which is the official magazine of the United Nations. Ambassador Asif is also serving as Goodwill Ambassador India of IMMASAM, an intergovernmental observer to the United Nations Economic and Social Council. So, hello, Ambassador Asif. How's it going?
Hi, Sophia. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I hope I am audible to you.
Yes, you are.
And I hope that you are having a wonderful day. And let me also greet all the viewers and the participants who are associated with this program.
Awesome, great. So can you share with us maybe a little bit about what you are currently working on or what you're busy with these days?
Definitely. I shall share my screen. Just give me a second. Yeah. Is it visible for all of you?
Yes, it is.
Okay, pretty good. So, okay. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to all the participants who have joined for this session from various parts of this world. So, as Sophia has already given an introduction about me, myself is Asif Ayoob, and I'm a Goodwill Ambassador on Bilateral Affairs to an MSAM, which is an intergovernmental organization to the United Nations. So we are mandated by the UN General Assembly to eradicate malnutrition among the children and the people with the use of spirulina, which is a microalgae which is used to provide nutrients and associated health and act as an associated health supplement for the people. So our campaign is called 1 Million Spirulina Campaign. So already Sophia has introduced me what I am. So coming down to our organization is basically an intergovernmental treaty observer agency like NATO, which is a part of the Economic and Social Council of the UN, which is mandated only to disseminate spirulina to fight malnutrition. So we have various diplomatic arrangements across various countries uh, um, to move forward with our organizational mandate. So I closely work with the Director General or the Secretary General of my organization and His Excellency's office on coordinating this 1 million spirulina campaign. So I'm sure that we all have heard the term malnutrition, which is kind of a big global issue these days. Malnutrition is all about the youngsters or the children or the people who are suffering from the lack of nutrients. It is not just about the children or the people getting starved. It's also about the lack in the nutrient that is supplied to our bodies. So in order to sort this out, the few member states of the United Nations has requested the UN that they need another body to coordinate such issues with the use of spirulina. And that's how the MSAM organization is born at the UN to serve the people. So in this world, 1 among 3 people worldwide suffer from malnutrition. So that's what we all want to tell. Out of the world population, among the 7 billion, almost 2 billion people suffer from the micronutrient malnutrition. So if you look at this slide, you can see that various ratios or various statistics of the people and how they're facing the issues of malnutrition. Even out of 667 million children under the age, around 159 million children are too short for age. So it's an issue of shunned, and 50 million do not weigh enough. So there are various kinds of issues associated with the malnutrition. And in order to sort this out, look, everybody in this world is not getting the food that they need or their body needs. So in order to compensate this, we are here with spirulina. So in 1974, during the World Food Conference organized by the United Nations, they stated that spirulina has a big role in sorting out this malnutrition. And here we are working out with the various governments and other intergovernmental organizations to sort this global issue. So before going into what I really do, I want to tell you that what are the benefits of spirulina. So spirulina is kind of it can treat allergy, it can treat anemia, it can improve the muscle strength, lower the blood sugar, helps in weight loss, lowers the blood pressure, reduces the risk of cancer, lowers the bad cholesterol. So overall, it's a healthy food. In India, I have few people who are associated with the film, or we can call them as film stars, and they are the regular customers of spirulina because they know that in what's called their physical appearance. So definitely, spirulina plays a vital role even in the days of the pandemic because people are running out of food, people are running out of basic necessities. That's why we thought rather than our ongoing programs, we instituted a new program called 1 Million Spirulina Children Campaign. So we actually circulate spirulina in a powdered form. So for one children or one person, it's like 3 grams of spirulina powder is given to one person 90 days. It's a 3-month program. So by the end of the 3 months, his body will be able to make it up with his regular food criteria. So you can add it with the porridge or any kind of food items that you have. You can just mix it and have it. So this is how spirulina has been distributed. Our group, which is one of the world's largest spirulina producers, and they support us with the required spirulina to distribute to the various countries and the government. So, look, it was my dream to work on one of the challenging issues of this world. And when I work with Spirulina, one of the lessons I learned is that God can be of different forms, but helping others in a way that we are giving them food is something very, I could say, a godly thing that we can all do. So I suggest that youngsters to come forward and support on these global missions that we do, because we alone cannot feed this world. We need your support. And I believe that this conversation will take to a point that you'll understand how Spirulina has been supporting the world. And I know everybody is very much aware about the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And if you see at the 17th goal, UN has stated that UN needs a partnership. Why does UN ask for partnership? The UN believes that, and it is not the duty of the government, nor the UN, nor any NGOs to support the world. It's our duty. And I am very happy that I'm able to do my duty as an individual person in the society. And I believe that you will also be able to do the same. So currently, our Spirulina distribution is taking place in these countries. My focus is especially on Republic of India, where you know that India is a big country, a huge country, and we have a diverse culture and population in India. So I'm already feeding 5 to 6 states in India, and we started conversation with other states also. So usually our strategy is that in majority of the countries, we make a agreement with the government, and once the agreement is done, we will supply the required spirulinas to the government, and through the government distribution channel, we used to do the distribution process. In some cases, we used to make any one of the NGOs or a non-government or any other INGOs as our partners, and through them, using them as a conduit partner, we used to supply these spirulinas. So this is what we do. And we will have a medical team where we will make a regular checkup to the people and make sure that their health have improved. So if you ask us what the benefit of it, we have the medical reports of the people with better health. So this is how we maintain it up. So currently our activities of the Spirulina program have taken place in Republic of India, in Pakistan, Malaysia, Mauritius, Kenya, Niger, Tanzania, Ungia, Senegal, Ghana, Tunisia, South Africa, Latin America, Argentina, Mexico, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt, Vietnam, Philippines. So these countries basically faces kind of severe malnourishment, and we support them. And this year, I'm already started my conversation with Finland, with Seychelles, and I'm also expecting to make new diplomatic agreements with few other countries where my conversation is going through my office. And I believe that we will be extending our support to other countries also. And unless and until the government supports us, it becomes a little bit tough for us to move forward in different geographical areas. So through these photos, you can clearly see that how distribution takes place. So we host the events, we serve them food. In some cases, we don't give powder, we give them tablets, or we give them chocolate bars. So Spirulina can be of different forms. It can be in the chocolate form, it can be in the powder form, it can be in tablet form or any form. But just remember that this is not a medicine. This is a food supplement for the people. And food supplement helps in improving the health. You know that during these days of COVID, people are really having issues with their immunity. So Spirulina is also an immunity booster. Let me tell you that I used to take, when it was COVID time, I used to regularly take Spirulina, which helped me personally to have the issues. I had issues of hair growth, and I regularly took Spirulina, which helped me to have a better hair. So in any manner, Spirulina is helping me a lot. I used to take this. So people involved within this program also regularly take Spirulina. So you can see this, that these are what we organized in India, and I was involved in the distribution processes. My colleagues are there in this photos. You can see them distributing Spirulina to children. So why do we focus on children? Is that it is being said that children are getting really starved, or they're getting undernourished during this pandemic because of the issues of financial breakdowns that happens around different parts of the world. So to sort it out, we either work ourselves, or we associate with other organizations like UNICEF or some other intergovernmental agencies or non-governmental agencies to fulfill this demand. Speaking down about Spirulina, I just want to tell you that any kind of activities we do is an humanitarian activity. So every humanitarian activity, look, it's not about you coming down to a screen and speaking about what you do. It's all about what you're able to do to serve the people. So serving the people is always like serving the God. So helping people is always like doing a part of duty what God wants to do. That the GYP Indonesian is coordinating youth. I really wanted to tell that to the youngsters, that if you really wanted to change this world, be the change. This is what Mahatma Gandhi, the father of my nation, India, has told to us. And I believe I would just love to echo these words to you. Living a life for you is easy, but living a life for others is definitely what we all can do. So being a person of age 26, I really wanted to tell you that my young brothers and sisters, or my elder brothers and sisters, let me echo my words once again to you, that there's nothing that youth cannot do. And if you want to see a world which is peaceful, you have to understand that there's a huge difference between the people who are rich, the people who are malnourished. So if you are able to bridge this gap between people who are rich and people who are malnourished, then we can build a peaceful world. So the key to the peaceful world is eradicating hunger, eradicating poverty, eradicating malnutrition. That is why United Nations has stated that the number one goal of the UN is zero hunger, because hunger is what everybody needs to sort out. And we are born for that. We are fighting for that. And we believe that every individual of this world, of this society, or my family, let it be a person from Indonesia, from India, from Pakistan, I don't care. I call us a family. The whole world is a family. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the United Nations, he told that world is Sar Kudumba. That means in the Indian language, it meant that world is one whole family. This is echoing to the Prime Minister of India's words. We are one family, and let's fight together to sort out this issue, this global crisis. Thank you so much, and I believe that I was able to share a little bit of my information that I know, and I believe that the people who are sitting before me or listening to me are having better knowledge than me. Let us all use our goodness and knowledge and information to build a peaceful and a better world. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's so amazing, Ambassador Asif. We're so honored to have heard all your experiences and stories and mission. It's super amazing. Now, the GYP Indonesia team had actually shared with me Ambassador Asif's stellar CV beforehand, so I've actually seen all your great work, all your amazing achievements. But Ambassador Asif, would you like to maybe share to everyone here in the Zoom session, maybe the experiences that you have had in the past that led you, to have this sort of vision and drive, to do this day?
Sophia, can you just repeat me the question? I was having a network issue in between.
Yeah. So maybe your past experience that inspired you or, became the drive for what you
Sure,
are doing today.
sure. I just want to tell that I actually studied in my bachelor's. I did in civil engineering at TKM College of Engineering in my home state, that's called Kerala in India. So during that days, I really wanted to do something, but I was an inexperienced young boy who just goes down to Facebook, sits down in Facebook, chats with. My institution used to conduct a lot of activities. One day, fine morning, when I just visited my institution, I could find my seniors organizing a program for the old age people. And I just went there and stood as a volunteer to help my seniors in their organizing work. When I started helping them, when I started listening to the old people's stories, it might be their concerns on their son or daughter who left them. It might be their concerns about their granddaughters. But it was quite interesting for me to listen to such stories, understand the true meaning of family. So I thought, okay, why not I spend some of my time on such things? And it was the time I started becoming active with the college extracurricular activities. So after my first year, on my second year, suddenly our college got an affiliation with the United Nations Academic Impact, which is a UN student initiative program organized by the Department of Global Communication at the United Nations, New York, which is headed by the UN Deputy Director, Mr. Ramu Damodar. So I was chosen by the institution as the campus coordinator for that program, student campus coordinator for the program. So basically my college was very active on the social things, and I really wanted to do something. So I started organizing events, which is very unique to me, which is very unique to my organization, which no others in the campus is doing. So I used to do a lot of research, sit in late nights, read about different activities which other people have done, read blogs about social works, and I used to design my activities. I used to write a lot of activities, tear the paper down. Then I used to write again. I used to do this process used to work from like 12 a.m. in the morning till 4 a.m. in the morning. This was my scheduled time to work. And gradually, I organized events within the campus in the name of the UN, which actually hit the UN New York. One fine morning, I got an email from Mr. Siji Thomas, the United Nations staff. He emailed me and he congratulated me for the activities I'm taking forward in India. And one fine day, he asked me like, Mr. Asif, you are doing the housing program for homeless people with the support of the government. So I really wanted to build houses for homeless, because homeless is a big concern in India. So look, a second year student who just learned the basics of engineering cannot build a house. This was the concept my institution had. But I designed, with the support of a professor, I designed a house, and I went to my institution head and told him that this is my idea on building house. Can you support me? So he was like, no, I can't, because I cannot take a risk on this. So I went down to the government. I met one of the minister in charge of this. I showed my idea to her. So she listened to me and she told, as if I liked your idea, but you should understand one thing. You are not building just a house. You are building a home. So I understood that house and home is different. Home is somewhere we put our love. House is somewhere we just stay.
That's
So
powerful.
I redesigned it to become a house, and I went and presented it before the government. And government was so happy that government added my house design into the government's housing scheme. And later on, when I submitted to the UN, the UN Deputy Director invited me to come down to the United Nations, New York, and present my idea before the global people. So I was a government delegation member to the UN. I went down to United Nations, presented my idea, and everybody liked it. Even I think the African team was there, and they actually wanted the technology I was using. And I built around 20 houses in my state, and also foreseen coordinated some of the housing construction over there. I worked with various government agencies for you kind of the people like transgenders, lesbians, gays, and their welfare. So I worked on different people. I started learning. It's a huge process of learning. When you work with a new community, you'll learn something new. When I started working with transgenders, I understood their problem. When I started working with gays, lesbians, I understood their issues. And I used to echo this to the government. This is what I used to do. So it took me around 4 years to the learning process. And then the UN Academic Impact Program Director entrusted me the task to coordinate in India. So I became the UN Academic Impact Coordinator for India, directly reporting to the UN Deputy Director at the UN New York. And I served in that team for a long time. Later on, the government conferred me the State Award for Social Work. It's a government's award, a youth award. And then I got an opportunity to be the youngest Goodwill Ambassador of the UN Observer Agency, MSAM. I started working in MSAM. First, I was in charge of India, but now I coordinate other countries also. It's pretty good. What I love is that I am able to visit different countries, understand different cultures, meet new people, bridge new connections. I feel that the more I travel, the better I understand about the world, the bigger my family becomes. So
That's amazing.
yeah, so I think to learn, to understand, to love, travel is the best option, and I'm very blessed to be a part of this. And I'm also now I'm learning more onto negotiation programs because I already did a 10 negotiation with various governments as of now, and I'm trying to be a better negotiator because I'm not negotiating for me, I'm negotiating for the people, irrespective of their geographical areas. So the better negotiator I'm becoming, the better I can serve the people.
Right,
So
of course. So we're
that's it.
rooting for you. We're rooting for you.
Thank you
So
so
you
much,
can,
Sophia.
touch more people with your vision and mission. That's amazing.
I really wanted to come down to Indonesia. I'm planning to write a letter to the government of Indonesia, and if possible, take down our programs in Indonesia too. As of now, Indonesia is not a member state of MSAM, but surely I'll try to write to the government and expect GYP Indonesia's support when we are into the land of Indonesia.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, that'd be amazing. That'd be great. All right, Ambassador Asif, we've heard you shared your vision, your works, your social works. Now, if you were to give our youth some tips, to maybe channel their dreams in terms of social work, since you are doing it yourself amazingly right now, what would those tips be?
But before, Mr. Asif, can you close your share screen first?
Pardon me, my.
Oh, maybe if you could, what is it? Stop your screen share for a
Sure.
minute.
Sure.
That would be great. So the people can see more of your face.
Okay. I'm looking. It's not closed. Yeah, look. One second.
Click stop share screen.
Okay.
Oh, there
Now
we go.
good? Better?
Yes, we're good. We're good. You're good.
Good.
Fine.
So yeah, what would those tips be, Ambassador Asif?
Yeah. Look, the very first thing I want to tell the youth of this world is that love your family. When you love your family, you learn to love others. And when you learn to love others, you'll slowly learn the basics of social work. And when you learn the basics of social work, you will have infinite ideas to serve the people. And when you have infinite ideas to serve the people, the resources that needed to help the people will come to you. And then you can act on the field. So I just want to tell you, love your family.
Wow, that's so concise, but it's so impactful. That's amazing. So great. All right.
Hello?
Now,
Am I audible?
hello? Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
All right. So maybe right now I would like to invite some people, because what we've been hearing today from Ambassador Asif was super great and truly inspiring. But before we wrap up our session today, I am opening the floor to any of you in the audience who maybe wants to ask Ambassador Asif some questions. Maybe we can do 3 questions today, Ambassador Asif. Would that be okay for you? Oh. Any questions from the audience for Ambassador Asif regarding his program, his
Oh, sure. Within my limited
missions?
knowledge.
Maybe internet in Mr. Asif not good, Miss.
Oh, I think he's not frozen. Ambassador Asif is fine. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm fine now,
disconnected.
but I have not heard the question. Yeah, please, can you please repeat the question?
Oh yeah, I was just inviting the audience to, if they have any questions, I am opening the floor for them to ask you. So anyone, do you guys have any question you'd like to ask Ambassador Asif regarding his vision, regarding his, social works and maybe stuff like that? The floor is yours, guys. So maybe I can start with the first question if that's okay. So since your work, Ambassador Asif revolves around social works and dealing with people and communities and stuff like that. I just want to ask you, how do you stay motivated, and especially the cause that you're dealing with is involving children, involving world hunger and stuff like that. How do you stay positive in the midst of it all and keep going?
Okay, I have a question to you, Sophia. It's a very personal question, but still, I want to take that answer from you only. Sophia, we all have parents. So if our parents need a help, do we do that?
Yeah.
Do you get tired of supporting the parents? No. We never get tired of supporting our parents.
No.
Similarly, we need to learn to see everybody as a family. Try to involve into their problems. Try to sort it out their problems. I don't know whether you have seen this. Have you seen the happiness of the people? I'll tell you something that when we just walk around the roads, we could see people smiling to us. But when we do something for them and when they smile back to us, it's kind of a pleasure. It's kind of I think it's kind of craziness that I feel when people smiles to me when I'm able to do something. So I love seeing that. So I literally do things irrespective of what benefit it gets me. I do things that makes me happy. So there are people who makes them happy when they travel or when they listen to a song or watch a movie or might be spending money. But for me, happiness is doing such things. And till the time I'm able to do, I'll be taking forward such activities. So it's not about your duty, it's about your passion. What makes a passion? A passion is something that you do even without getting paid. Okay, done. I'm in for this work. So my just answer is passion, nothing more. Just a single word answer.
Sorry, what is it? Can you repeat that again?
It's passion. It's passion.
Yeah.
Passion to
Nice.
do things.
Amazing. Thank you for answering. Now I see on the chat here we have um, one Mr. Johannes Tatang who has a question. So, Mr. Johannes, you are welcome to unmute yourself. And before asking the question, would you please tell us your name, where you're from, and what profession is, please? Mr. Johannes, are you still there? Okay, maybe I can. Oh, his connection is weak. So I guess I will relay Mr. Johannes' question to you, Ambassador Asif. Mr. Johannes is asking, what are the main short-term goals of the program from your program? The short-term goals from your program.
Hello, am I audible?
Oh, hello.
Yeah, Sophia, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Did you catch my question?
No, I've not got your question.
Oh yeah. So I'm relaying Mr. Johannes' question, which is, what are the main short-term goals of your program?
Short-term goals.
Yes.
Okay. My short-term goal is that by the end of 2022, I have to finish feeding 500,000 children, especially, and at least to serve them with a 3-month Spirulina program. So once their health is on a stable state, I'm planning to extend this program more as per the government's request. So basically, I wanted to build immunity against the COVID through the Spirulina for the children, and make the children clear from the nutrition deficiency they are facing now. So these two are my short-term goals. On a long term, is definitely eradicating malnutrition 100% globally. But you know that it is. I can't say that I could do it 100%, but I'll try my best. I'll keep my goals to 100%, and whatever I feel I'm able to succeed is the bonus I get from God.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ambassador Asif, for answering. Now, do we have any more question from the audience? No? All right, if there's no more question, I would just like to remind everyone in the audience to fill out the attendance form that you can find the link to in the chat box. So I guess that is it. Thank you very much, Ambassador Asif Ayoob, for your time today and for sharing your amazing work with all of us today. We are so appreciative of you and your vision. Now, before we go, I'd like to inform you guys in the audience that Global Youth Parliament Indonesia has 7 programs that we have here. So number 1 is Global Youth Inspire, that are done on Fridays, once every 2 weeks. And then 2, we have Global Youth Ambassador, 3, International Conference, 4, Student Exchange, 5, Study Scholarship, 6, Global Youth Leadership Summit and Award, and lastly, number 7, Skill Course. Now, your attendance today will be scored 20 points. And when you have a total of 100 points, you can request to receive an international certificate from GYP Indonesia. And last but not least, I guess before we leave the room today, how about we take a quick group picture? Mbak Irma here will help us take that picture. So everyone, if you guys are able to open your cameras so we can see your beautiful, handsome faces. That will be amazing. So Mbak Irma, do you want to count?
Okay, wait, wait ya, Miss. Okay, please open the camera, ladies and gentlemen. Only one slide ya, Miss Kezia.
All right.
Okay, one. Nah, okay, Mr. Adi, where is your smile? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, finish.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ibu Irma.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for
Once again,
inviting
my
me.
name is Sophia,
Much
and thank you
obliged.
so much, Professor Ambassador Asif Ayoob. We hope
Thank
to
you.
see you again next time.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Everyone.